If China were to engage in a conflict with Taiwan, the Philippines would likely face significant geopolitical, economic, and security impacts. Firstly, the Philippines would encounter immediate regional security threats due to its proximity to both China and Taiwan. The country could become vulnerable to spillover military tensions, particularly in the South China Sea, where it already has ongoing territorial disputes with China. Such a situation would heighten the potential for direct or indirect military confrontations, placing the Philippines' national security at risk. Secondly, the defense treaty between the Philippines and the United States would come into play, potentially drawing the Philippines into the conflict. If the U.S. decides to intervene on behalf of Taiwan, the Philippines could find itself involved in regional military operations or even direct conflicts. This alliance with the U.S. might escalate the country's military commitments and expose it to retaliation or pressure from China. Economic consequences would also be significant. The South China Sea is a critical global shipping lane, and a conflict could severely disrupt trade routes, affecting the Philippine economy. This disruption could lead to inflation, supply shortages, and increased economic instability. Businesses reliant on imports and exports through these routes would struggle, and overall economic growth could slow down. Moreover, the Philippines could face a humanitarian crisis arising from the conflict. The country might see an influx of refugees fleeing Taiwan, adding strain to its resources and infrastructure. Additionally, increased naval and air traffic in the region could burden the Philippines' military and Coast Guard operations, stretching them thin as they attempt to manage multiple crises. Diplomatic challenges would further complicate the situation. The Philippines maintains strong economic ties with China, while heavily relying on the U.S. for defense and security. Navigating this complex diplomatic landscape would require careful balancing to avoid alienating either power. Any missteps could lead to deteriorating relations with key partners, impacting the Philippines' international standing and economic interests. In summary, the potential conflict between China and Taiwan would place the Philippines in a precarious position, facing heightened security threats, economic disruptions, humanitarian issues, and diplomatic challenges. The regional stability would be significantly affected, with the Philippines needing to navigate a complex web of alliances and conflicts to secure its national interests.